Sometimes where you are right now and where you want to be can feel miles apart. Miles and miles and miles. Out of reach. You can't grab it. You're in your head so much. Like, how am I going to do that? Is this even possible for me? First and foremost, I believe that if you have had the want, the desire, the idea, it is within you. It's not something that you just pick up or is given to you in that way. It's within you. And the way that I test this idea is that I believe there are so many things that I do not want to do. I have no desire in the slightest. I know that people love scuba diving. It slightly terrifies me. It makes me feel a bit claustrophobic. Not on my list, not on my desire list. And actually, I'd be very happy sitting in a boat, even though I don't really like boats much either. I'd be happy sitting on the beach, and you can tell me about it afterwards. We could have lunch together. You can show me all of the pictures and all of the footage and your whole experience. I would love to hear it. Do I need to do it myself? Absolutely not. So if I trust all of those things that I know that I don't want to do, I have to trust the things that I feel aligned with, that feel part of me. And yet, there have been many times in my life where I've had this big goal, this big dream, and it's so clear to me. I understand it. I'm connected to it. I'm excited by it. And yet, my current situation and the big goal, the big dream, are so far apart. So how do you get moving? Well, first and foremost, I want you to look at things with a creative mindset. Because sometimes what you need or what you would hope for, the process, it's not available to you. You know, you'd be like, well, if I could do this with like 20 grand, brilliant. 20 grand might not be in your hand at this stage. And so you have to think about things in a creative manner, because we know this, that there isn't just one particular way. There isn't one route. And sometimes, and I've been surprised in this way, sometimes what I have wanted or desired has come to me in a weird and wonderful and unexpected way. So first and foremost, I think you have to be open to the possibility that there could be many different ways to this. I also want you to create creative solutions. That's bad English. Be open to creating creative solutions and thinking about that book, We're Going on a Bear Hunt. If you don't know it, have a look at it online or buy it from the library or borrow it from the library. And there is this whole thing of we can't go through it, we can't go under it. We're going to go round it, and it's looking at all these different ways. And I think we have to be open to that. We can't just be limited to, the one way that I thought it was going to happen, it's now not. We've got to come up with the solutions of like, don't worry, it's going to be great. I often think about this when I was thinking about those early 6 months of my son's life. It was very obvious from him being really tiny, maybe second night in hospital, that he was not going to be one of those babies who's like, do you know what? Just leave me to it. Just put me in a cot, in a blanket, whenever you want, I'll just go to sleep. I'll just settle myself. He was one of those babies that like to be a little koala, like stuck to my face in that way. And that was fine. And as soon as I figured that out, I could then help him. But the amount of times at 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning, I was absolutely shattered. I had to go into creative thinking because everybody was like, put some white noise on and move out of the room. Give it 2 minutes, then go back into the room. You know, it was very much a process to follow. And I felt like I had tried everything. So each and every time it was about tweaking the creativity. How are we going to do this? Shall we try this? Could you do the first 2 hours? Great, I'll go and sleep. Then we'll change it around. This 7 till 7 or 6 till 6 nonsense, that one way to do it, wasn't working for us. And I also knew that at some point he needed to go to sleep and so did I. And we both needed to keep our sanity every step of the way. So being really clear about those sorts of things is incredibly powerful, because I want you to consider how you've used that creative thinking in your life, where you haven't been able to just accept, well, this is just not going to happen. You've had to challenge yourself. You've had to find another way. The third thing I want to say is I want you to look at all the ways that things are in your favor. And sometimes this comes back to basics of, I can walk to the library. I can hire a book for free. I can go on YouTube today and Google my question because I have an internet connection. And I realize that accessibility is very different to different people. And so I'm not going to just give you a set of things that you have to do. But sometimes, instead of focusing on all the things that you haven't got, or the things that are not necessarily right there in your lap, you have to look at the things that are available to you. And I've definitely found this over the years, with exercise. And I think this is one of the reasons that I come back to running all of the time, is because it's so easy. I can do it. Well, it's not easy all the time, but it's easy to commit to. Again, not easy, but I can do it. I can take my trainers anywhere. I can do it at any time of day. I don't need anything else. I just need somebody to look after my children. I can get the benefits in 5 minutes of running. So those days before I started the habit, I could get some good endorphins just from 5 minutes. So I want you to think about those 3 creative ways of moving forward. If you want to have an incredible, brilliant, exciting part 2 of 2024, how many times have I said 2020? 2024, come on over, send me a message, let's have a chat, and let's do some brilliant work together. All the details are on my Work With Me page, and we can chat further. Lots of love. Bye.